Okay, after washing the trailer and everything, the other day I took off the tires, checked the bearings. The bearings are bad, so we're going to replace the bearings in both wheels. I got some Rust-Oleum high performance enamel. I find this works really good in black, so we can paint the trailer. I got some marker lights too. I'd like to put side markers on it and then rear markers on it. And the point wasn't to paint the whole trailer today, but I wanted to make sure I had it so that at least if I needed to paint inside the wheel wells, which I probably will, I could do that while I had it here. Right now my goal is to do the bearings, so I got to grease the bearings and everything. So that's the main goal right now, and then in the next day or so we will paint the whole trailer. So I haven't decided. I've thought about welding some other stuff on it. Plus, when we're done, I also need to put I'm gonna put new lights on it as well, just because those are, and rewire it. I've considered maybe changing this hub assembly out completely to disc brakes, but I think I'm gonna skip that for now and just put the regular ones back on there. So I'll put you guys on time lapse as I get ready to start doing everything, and put you somewhere where you can see it and get to work. Okay, so as you saw, I removed them, pulled them. The bearings on this side weren't horrible. The grease was definitely way past needing to be done. But I bought a set anyhow. I bought two sets, one for each side. I figured if I'm doing one, might as well do the other. As you saw, I packed them, pushing in the grease. You can really tell because as you push it in, you can actually see it come out of the other side. But when I'm filming in time lapse, you guys can't see it as much. So I just figured I'd let you know that that's how you do it. I fill it up. I use the Amsoil grease. It's worked great for me, so that's why I keep using it. I use a lot of Amsoil products. I find they work really good. The enamel I use, sorry, this can right here. So Rust-Oleum high performance enamel. I used a professional grade. It dries fast, 15 minutes. It really does dry quick. But it leaves a really nice finish on it. You can see the difference between this side and that side, and even here and the top. So it doesn't take long. It covers really well, I find. They have it in like a gallon container. You can get that and use a roller to put it on. I've done that before on some bigger stuff I've done. But with the trailer, the spray can's easier. So, all right, now we're gonna switch around and I'll time lapse doing the other side for you. Alright, so now we got this one done. And you can see I started painting some of the stuff. Can you see the camera in it? No, it's not that good. Maybe. You can see the real tailgate. Maybe it's just, there it is. Yep, you can see there's somebody there. But that's it. It's glossy. It looks nice. It looks a lot better. I mean, you can see here. There's some of it's painted. Just, you can still see the imperfections underneath it, but it coats it. And there's the old gray Dole. It does make it look nicer, especially from a distance. Back way up. Oh yeah, she looks real pretty there. So, still got more painting to do. So, I may tackle that today. So, that might be what we hit right now, or I may wait. I hadn't decided yet, but I'm not worried about it being perfect paint job. I'm doing it more just so that it'll last longer, protect it, that sort of thing. I haven't decided on whether I want to weld back or paint back here yet, because I may be adding another brace in here, just because I know they break loose with time. I can't remember. So this one here, they've welded 3 spots there and then nothing else. Yeah, and there's some welds up here. I don't know if you can see it, but they're already starting to break. So it needs some extra welding over here. You can see over here, yeah. So you can see where it's just loose. So they've done 3 or 4 tacks, then skipped a big section, done 3 or 4, and then skipped. So the last one I had, that last trailer like this I had, I actually had them put extra braces in there to support my mowers when I go up, because I had a 0-turn mower, so it was heavy and it would bow even with a tack. So mine actually had tacks like every other one, so I had a lot of tacks. The tacks didn't break, but the metal started actually bowing on its own, so it was stretching just from the weight of it. So I ended up putting more stringers in there. So that's what I'm thinking about, putting more stringers in there. Yeah, it's a good little trailer. I mean, she's hurting. You can see she's seen better days, but even that chunk with a big piece missing out of it right there, it's actually solid underneath there. So like I said, I'll replace it probably next year, but right now it's just more about cleaning it up. Still got to get the tires for it, which we'll do soon, and then putting some paint on it to protect it so it doesn't get any more rust to it or anything. I know there's other people that say you should have put primer prep on there or rust stop or something, but this professional grade high performance enamel, it seems to work really good. This trailer will last a long time just like that. So I'm not loading anything super heavy on them anymore. So even a 0-turn wasn't heavy for this trailer if I was to put it on there. But I'm not putting tractors in here or anything like that. It's a single axle, 3,500 pound axle is all it is. So, you know. And then, you know, we got paint up here, like I said, and still got to do the wiring, and we'll get that done too. So, all right. So for painting next, that's what you'll see next. All right, little change of plan. So I decided real quick before I start painting or anything, I grabbed the welder out and the generator and tack weld all the little spots I wanted. I may not get all of them, but I'll definitely put some more on. So that's where we're gonna go next. Then we'll go to painting. I just figured I'd like to get this done. I think I'm gonna wait on putting the rails in, because really I don't know what size mower I need it for. Plus it adds extra weight to it, and the gate's already heavy enough. So we'll see. If I start seeing it, if I'm using something on a regular basis, I see it start warping, I guess then we'll add them then. But for now, we'll just leave it. Go ahead and I'll put you guys on time lapse, and you can watch a little welding. Okay, so what happened was I ran out of welding wire in there, and the last little bit got gunked up as it went through. So I'm gonna unjam it now. There's a little bit jammed in the end right there where it comes out, and see if I got some more welding wire. I think I have some more. I thought I bought some. If not, then we will have to stop with the welding for today. Okay, I did not find the other roll, so we're gonna stop welding for now. But I figured I would show you all some of my welds. And I'm not a professional welder. I'm just a guy that has picked up a little welding with time and learned from my mistakes, and I've tried to get better, you know. But if you're young and you're trying to figure out what's going on, I figured I'd show you my ugly welds, and you could learn from it. So The first 3 welds I did are right here. 1, 2, 3. And you can see, how the weld's there. It melted the wire coming out, right? But it didn't penetrate the material. All right, same here. You can see how it's raised underneath. You look under it, it's a bubble up on top. Same here. It attached here to this one, but it didn't attach there. So it was at that point that I adjusted the heat. I turned the heat up, and so, in case you're wondering on here, this is my wire feed speed, this is my heat here. So I turned up my heat. I was down here at like 2.5. I was probably welding something real thin last time. I turned it up to 5. And then I got this. And that's what you're looking for. So it's not perfect there still, but it was better. Came over here, got the same thing. Wasn't perfect. This is just me getting back in the rhythm of it. And then to see what it should look like, it should look more like that, where it's melting into all of it. I had a good one over here. Let's see. So here you can see it's starting to connect to both. It's connecting to both. This one here, what happened, okay, is this material down here, the bottom material, is thicker than the top material. And so what happened is I put too much heat into the top. And so you can see where it melted out the top of the plate some. And so that you want to make sure, and that's what I was doing here, is trying to make sure to put more of the heat to the bottom and then raising up the heat a little bit to the top, just a little bit, and to get it connect. So obviously, like I said, none of my welds look perfect. I'm not. But what I would like you to see is that you don't have to be perfect to make welding work. You can work on it, do a little bit. This is not something that it's dreadfully important if I don't get the weld right. You know, you're talking about just not as much support because I missed or didn't get one weld as good as another. And yeah, I'm putting a lot more weld in than they were. They're just barely, well, look right there. There's a good comparison. There's how much extra I'm putting in. There's what they're putting in. Could I turn the heat up some and slow the feed down a little bit more? I probably could. Or I could leave the heat where it's at probably and slow the wire speed down so there wasn't as much buildup there and it was more of a connection like this. I'll be honest, I was probably moving my gun at the right speed here. I generally, I like to have more metal added when I do a weld. I guess just because I'm not great at it, so I like to see it more metal added. But that's where I'm at, and so now I'm going to go back to spray painting. Okay, so we got all the stuff painted, and now we're going to put the reflectors on next. So we'll go with that. We still got to do the lights and wiring, but we'll start with the reflectors right now. I've not gotten at this for about 2 weeks now. So I had a ministry work I was doing, and then after that I had a buddy from the Marine Corps come in and we spent the weekend hanging out. So it was a good time, enjoyed it. Getting back to the trailer now. The wire came in that I needed, so we're gonna try that wire out today, see if it works better. And essentially what I gotta do is hit this with a wire wheel because I did paint it. So I'm gonna hit the spots, I'm gonna weld again, and then I will paint it again, over it again, that's all. Just to, like $7 worth of extra paint, that's all. So that's where we're at. We're gonna get to, I'll put it on time lapse and we'll go from there. I just wanted you guys to see what I was running. Is a Blue Demon. There's all the information on it. It ran really good. Of course, the stuff I was running before was I don't even know where I got it. I think I picked it up at the scrap yard. I think somebody scrapped it and I bought it. So it was just a bunch of old wire. But that Blue Demon, it runs really good. Real smooth. I'd say the only real trouble, if you saw me having some trouble with some of the welds, is the generator trying to keep up with the power it needs. Sometimes that's it. But my welds aren't perfect. I'm pretty sure I told you guys that before, but this weld did a lot better. So